very much in my body right now, so transitioning into verbal communication is always a bit of a challenge for me. I'm having a very distinct, repeatable scientific method experience, and when I get this, it's undeniable that I just have this yearning, this insatiable urge to share it. And it's like it won't stop pinging my heart until I do. It's very exciting. It feels good. It feels fun. Okay, so essentially the idea is based on the concept of unconditional love and the experience of unconditional love, right? Not as a concept, but as a livable, as I say, repeatable, accessible experience embodiment that leads to what I'm currently experiencing as a bridge to unlocking, I say this humbly, but it's the only way I can say it, is unlocking potential DNA, human potential. I'm having to be very courageous to say this stuff because I know that it sounds outlandish and all of the things, but I'm actually experiencing it right now. And so I will say meditation leads to feeling into the body, feeling into emotion, learning to balance the head and the heart, learning to stabilize that balance. And that feels like, I think it's important to say, it feels like, when you're wholly rooted in your head, we all can relate to that, or, the majority of humanity, I feel, in its current form, that's relatable. It's stress, it's chaos, it's density, it's fear, in various degrees. And I want to say that's not bad. That's an experience in and of itself that many people learn to navigate in beautiful ways, including myself for most of my life. Okay, so in that state, it's almost like the heart is completely numb, or not even numb, like it just doesn't feel like anything. You just feel like your head is where all the action is, and that's where the party's at, and you just want to be in the party and not miss out, right? The FOMO. But through some, as they call the inner work, and it is work at first, right? You say, I'm going to allow myself to breathe deeply, relax the body. And this is all allowing. It's just basically giving ourselves permission. Through meditation, essentially, and relaxation has been my path. One learns to feel enough into the body to feel the subtleties that are always happening within us. And then one of the first things that we feel, because we have felt this our whole lives as well in certain occasions, right? The heart, we feel love. And I don't mean love as a concept. Again, it's not like, oh, I'm in love. Romantic love is actually a lot of times attachment, thinking that's more like being inspired by another human, right? It's like I'm in love with somebody. That's beautiful, but really there's a nuance difference between that and what I'm expressing, because the love of another human is conditional, right? We're basically giving away our power to needing another person to show up for us in a certain way so that we can feel good. And that is beautiful at first, as we all know, but it typically is not sustainable. Okay, I could go on for a while about that, but what I'm speaking of is this physical experience of, again, I'll say unconditional love, or just self-love, right, as a physical sensation in the body, which is, to me, I would like to say akin to science, because again, it's repeatable. You can get there through practice, meditation, breathing. And I have to continue to do this in my stage, to breathe, right? Because the practice of breathing anchors me more into my heart. So meditation, breathing allows the heart sensation to awaken. You start to feel that sensation of love in a tangible way, but it's sustainable because you know it's yours, and it's not it's not being given to you. You are the creator of your own love. Okay, so once you kind of have that practice a little bit, and again, you just breathe, relax, and feel. And at first, a lot of they call it work, because at first a lot of unresolved emotion comes up to the surface, but without getting too deeply into that process, just to touch on it though, the idea is to have the patience with yourself, the self-love, to sit with that emotional body and learn to be at peace with whatever is happening within you. And eventually it just dissolves over time. Okay. What you're left with, and what I've been trying to get at for 9 minutes now, is you feel the purity of the love as a physical sensation, a vibration, a resonance within your body, and that becomes just glorious. I mean, along with that comes like all of the clarity you've ever been hoping for about your life. So in this moment, I know exactly what I need to thrive. Like, know thyself, right? This is all very clear when I reach this state of being. And so I think to wrap it up with what I'm experiencing today, it is a level of intensity within my body that I feel this, and again, well, I'll talk about diet actually and consumption, because so today I've had carrots and some almond butter. Okay, and it helps to eat light, uh, because the body is an instrument, and if you want to feel this level of sensation, this level of nuance, of detail, you know, just like anything, you're not going to play a guitar with mud all over it. You want the new clean strings and all the, you know, all the purity possible, so you can hear the resonance and all its beautiful detail. So same with the body. So if you're eating a bunch of dense food, you're not going to be able to feel the subtleties of your instrument. Okay, I'm gonna leave. This video turned into its own topic. It was a good refresher for me though, so thank you for listening.